Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh, I couldn't find this. I normally have that in a separate monitor to watch for it.
It's very helpful if you go to curlingzone.com and check out
Yeah, I was
the
just going to the Curling Zone YouTube page. I'll go directly because yeah, they have it usually next to the games here. But
yeah.
then again, this is you know, at the beginning with draw, it always takes a while for everything to come back up. You know, if you look at curlingzone.com, there's a ton of stuff going on this weekend. So getting everything on there I can imagine takes some time.
Rick Edwards said, "Greetings from Huntsville, Ontario." Hey, Rick, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Been to Huntsville many times, actually. So, Mark, you probably didn't know this, but I was a member of the North Bay Granite Curling Club for a couple of years.
Where are you?
Yeah, this is my home club. So, thank you to the North Bay Granite Club for sponsoring this Spiel. It's an awesome club. They host a lot of, they've hosted a couple of trials events in North Bay, and they're up to hosting just about anything. It's a really fun place to go. If anybody has ever watched the famous Shorty Jenkins Tim Hortons ad, it's from way back, but when Shorty is going for coffee um, and then it's Tim Hortons coffee that he's going for, that was shot at the North Bay Granite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have
Mark has
not.
no idea what I'm talking about
No,
when I say that famous
yeah.
Shorty.
I mean, I've heard.
Zero idea.
So, like, I've gotten to curling, not, I mean, like, maybe 14-ish years ago.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's fine.
all in the U.S., you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's.
So some people think that Shorty Jenkins is responsible for the reason that we have really good curling ice. Other people disagree with that. I'm in the camp that Shorty is a big part of why we have really good ice. But it's a big debate. So Shorty was one of the first really world class ice makers.
Nice.
And he always wore a pink hat and pink curling shoes. Shorty was a character.
Also, just like the first end, we got a lot of rocks in play here,
Yeah.
but this seems we've got a lot more guards here, and so there's gonna be some interesting angles. And
This is interesting. This run back on this guard has some peril because if you hit this guard onto the back red, it could dead jam on the other one. So I think this is just a straight peel. Uh-oh.
getting a lot of no's here.
Yeah.
So almost disaster, but just partially not great, not ideal.
No. Thinking about this outturn through the hole at second shot because they're pretty convinced that shot rock is lost. So they're contemplating this little outturn through the hole. The problem with this is, I mean, if you were gonna miss it, Mark, you'd want to miss it on the far guard, not the center line guard. The center line guard is actually making it hard to get shot rock.
Yeah. I feel
So
like
they're talking about this. They're talking about the options. You could also just play this wide out. Like you could just play this out turn around to the top 4 foot and try to sit 2.
yeah.
If it overburies, it overburies. But they seem really destined to try this shot.
This, I mean, I guess. Is this? Did you say this is kind of conservative early in the
I
game
don't think
here?
it's necessarily conservative. I think that no matter what happens, the outcomes are never going to be really awesome for you because it's going to be hard to stay there. So like it is conservative, I suppose, but it's also like they're playing it with quiet weight. As long as it comes off the center line guard, if they tick the top guard, It could
They
it
might
could work out. Like if they played that a little
a
quieter,
little quieter, yeah.
they could have it could have been a bit more of an aggressive. Like with that weight, they were almost never going to stay in a spot. So now we're gonna see them come through this hole. Again, I don't think you can stay here. I don't think you can hit this and stay. They're going to be throwing this decently hard, so close to a normalish, which means the best they're going to hit is a quarter rock. So this is just, again, this is conservative or a defensive shot, however you want to say it. But they want to actually hit the center line guard, if anything. Like if they hit the center line guard, they're fine.
It's got a curl when they get off the center line here.
But also, that's fine, right?
That's
so now you're in a situation, they're going to hit this open one. Nose hit leaves a double, leaves a possible hit and roll to a freeze. Like, so nose hit isn't awesome here for defensive. A hair of a roll inside would be pretty bad too.
Yeah, she indicated just nose. I would have thought you would want a little flop outside.
I think you want to flop outside here. Like a nose hit or a little roll inside is not going to help you at all. This is third last. So you're at forced to one. Like when you decided to try to hit this rock, you were saying, I'm not going to try to seal anymore. I'm going to try to force to one.
That curled quite a bit.
Yeah. So now you leave a double.
It's pretty straightforward here,
Yeah, it's a huff a rock. Play it with the out turn. They're going to play it with the out turn with. It's a decent amount of weight for. It's a decent amount of ice for this shot.
Sorry to go back and forth on the camera here on you.
It's okay. It's a decent. This is max ice for this shot. Let's see how it goes. They're pounding it. All you got to do is hit a roll over to it, and a little bit up. Oh, that's a great. That's
I got to the top side of the rock and rolls a little bit up the house.
That just like you just played into that shot. A better shot on the previous shot would have been to roll out. Then they would have like had to play the freeze down to this. It just left them a much easier, less precise shot in a spot where it really doesn't curl much.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, we're seeing a little bit of curl, but I mean, it just jams on the back there, right? You almost have to play the outside one.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you play the outside run, like it's all or nothing. So, like, I think what you could do is you could just come down and throw a draw and tap it back. And as long as you get a little high side, that's what they're indicating. Like, but it's funny how you go from you see how that situation where you go from let's just hit their second shot rock to all of a sudden now you're kind of like freezing around the corner and they're handed. Like this game can switch so quickly when you don't think about what they're going to play next. So it looks like they're trying to figure out whether or not they can get to the nose and what kind of weight they can get to the nose. So they're trying to get to the nose. They're also thinking about your shot. That straight little raise. Like the upside of that raise is if you get a piece of it, we're good. The downside of that raise is that it's all or nothing. Like you could also play the draw where you freeze to this.
Yeah.
And then
run it.
And then run it because they're going to have a hard time. Like if you play the freeze to this, they have a hard time figuring out where to go. Like they're going to draw the open side 4 foot. But if they ever leave it a little high, like you're in trouble, they're going to run back the guard. I'm not sure if I like this one. I really do think I like the draw here. This is this isn't awful. Like if you miss this, you run back the guard and you get rid of, like, you're not going to give up more than 2. Like playing the draw, you could drop more than 2, but I'm just not sure how you drop more than 2 if you fail the draw unless you bounce off pretty hard.
First
So let's see.
rocks here.
Out turn. Oh, in turn. Wait, what is she playing?
He's playing the double? Oh, wow.
There you go. Look at that. Just how you wrote it up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she was looking at the angles, I was wondering if that was the call, but that would have been.
There you go. Just run run it onto the back one, onto the. There you go. Routine little shot there, Mark.
Jeez.
Good times.
Audacity to call that shot.
I'm not sure she was playing exactly that shot, or if she was playing like the straight run back, but it's hard to say. There was no indication. She was definitely throwing it pretty hard. They swept it the whole way for a line, so I think they were on it. I think you're right. That's what they were playing, because they swept it all the way. So yeah. All right, so you just hit this open one, and you got yourself a force.
Yep.
Good for them. That was a heck of a shot. That was called. She called that shot, the previous shot. She definitely called it because they were sweeping it to stop it from curling. If she was playing the straight run, they wouldn't have been sweeping it. So that was the call, and that was made. God bless her. That was a good shot. Just a straight up nose hit right here to force them to run and get control back. Well, they're on it. They're on it a little bit. They're not that panicking early though, so it should be fine.
Seems to be floating a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, it's a little. See, that's a teaser. It's a teaser blank. Yeah. I mean, if you want to try to blank this, you gotta.
I mean, you almost have. Yeah, I think this is.
You gotta throw it pretty hard to blank this and hit 3/4, hit the back one, and roll your shooter off. So you gotta go across the rings, and you gotta hope you don't jam it pretty hard. She's not playing any of that. She's playing a nose hit for me.
Yeah.
Because this is probably not the right turn or the right ice to make that shot. So she's just playing a nose hit for one. Still a teaser though, because it's you gotta hit it on the nose. A little roll outside and you give up a steal. It's playing pretty quiet.
Sweeper's now jumping on it here.
Yeah, they're okay. They're on and off it. It seems like it's okay. Just a nice little quiet way nose hit.
Yep.
You know, just a hair roll inside, which is fine.
Yep.
Great shot.
So, Team Inglis does get their single back. We'll be in the third and fourth just after this break.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come, so
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
You know, what job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game.
Yeah, it's
We're
nice that
gonna
we've got a few different platforms here, but you know, for me, YouTube's just always been easy, right? It's on my phone. I can watch it in watch it on my phone, watch it on smart TV, and subscribe to the curling.
You got to be a
Stadium
subscriber.
Curling Zone
You got to
page,
be a subscriber to Curling Zone to comment on the feed. We're gonna have. I mean, the first two ends we've had some rocks in play, so we're gonna have some rocks in play in this end as well. We're looking here at just a little out turn, draw into the pocket, tap the red if possible, but it doesn't even matter if you tap the red. Just
I think
you don't want to be light here is the key. They're sweeping it to get it to curl. Looks a little heavier than they probably wanted it. It's gonna just hit on the outside of this.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, definitely accessible now.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see, like in this shot, what you want to do is get rid of the back blue.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. If your shooter can stay and you can get rid of the back blue, that's a good shot.
So there's never a attempt to try to get this over the top, right, to get them both, or...
Well, you probably can't get them both because the top red hits the top blue hits the back blue and then goes onto your red. So I think what you want to try to do is hit this as close to the nose as you can on the back one and hold your shooter. It's a little quiet weight shot. It's early in the end. You don't have to hit shot. You don't have to sit shot yet. You have hammer. If you can sit second, third, and fourth, it puts a lot of pressure on the Inglis team.
This is kind of the inside of nose.
Coming across, yeah. It's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, the nice quiet weight you talked about there, right? So keeping a bunch of red rocks around.
Right, yeah. So Inglis knows that they're in this end right now, so they're just trying to, if they can sit it in this pocket,
freeze, yeah.
But then the great part is that, like, if they don't get it perfectly in this pocket and you rip the guard, now all of a sudden you're in good shape. I actually curled more than I thought it would curl like that. You ended up with a decent shot.
We'll see how much one this curls. Seems to be a little bit.
This is curling a lot. This is a little light, it looks like. Maybe on the guard? No, it's by the guard, but it's pretty good. It's coming in there nice.
Good job for the sweepers. Well managed by the sweepers, yeah.
Very nice.
Because I thought it was over curling before the hog line.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That's that changes this end. I think they're in trouble now. I think they're gonna have to rip the guard. You could rip this guard into the one they just threw, and maybe just like move everything around and get yourself in a better situation. Like this is the shot of the end where it's like, is this going to be a simple end or is this going to be a hard end? So they're having a conversation about this. Like, do you want to really get into it here, or do you want to bail? The bail shot is what you just said. Like, hit the blue onto the back blue, like that blue guard onto the blue rock that they just threw.
From the top,
Yeah, that's the shot to kind of get you out of this end. Any other shot, and you're just like, it's a lot of hard shots right now. Or more precise shots, if you will. This is a little tight. This looks like it's going right away. And this might cross. They're going to cross it to try to get it. And this could be not pretty. Okay, well. So it's not an awesome situation. Well, it looks like an awesome situation for blue. It's not really, because they can, if you threw a guard on this, which you wouldn't really be guarding anything, they got a double off that outside blue. So Inglis recognizes that. So she's just gonna come down here and get rid of this rock and play to force. Some good looking job here. You're just managing it very well. Just kind of hit this on the nose and you're good.
Oh, that is perfect. Wow.
Pretty much. Looks like a lot, but it's not deadly. Like, you just make this, there's a ton of doubles. It's a question of which one you want to make first.
Yeah.
And how you want to sit. So you don't have to panic here. Nose hit double on the center line ones is the shot to start. And then everything is over on the left. Nose hit double opens up the possibility they gotta then hit you, and now the guard is in play for you, and you've got some options. So you're still only, like, this is only seconds last rock. So there's tons of rocks to come. You still get to throw 4 more times after this. Like, you still get to throw 5 more times. So here,
Is this
maybe this is third
first?
Yeah, this is
third first. Yeah.
Just trying to do the math.
Yeah, I'll try to get rocks up here in a bit.
Yeah, it's all right. So this is you still have 4 rocks to go. So just make this nose hit double.
Little extension here on the release. Trying to carve it in.
It's gonna be not horrible. Nose, they're gonna nose back.
Nose.
Now you can come in. Now you can play an intern tap on that other one.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna nose here.
Would they ever want to roll to the like towards the guard, like maybe to show half?
Maybe. Right now they're not necessarily thinking offense. A lot of rocks in play doesn't necessarily always help you.
It's just gonna be, yep.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a straight nose hit. They might actually try this.
Now this little freeze tap there.
Yeah, I think the freeze is probably the shot, but it starts when there's so much granite in the rings like this, you start to panic a bit.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my God, there's 76.
This is.
Oh my God, there's an 8-ender in play.
Yeah, this is the league.
I'm giving up an 8-ender on TV. So like the freeze tap starts to bring like some peril into play. So you might see her just like throw. She's trying to look and see is there a way it can make a bubble that is good. And the problem is there isn't really, because like what she just indicated is if you hit that one first, if you hit it in the crotch, you might lose your shooter. So it's not really it's not really a good shot. It's a shot when the other team is sitting 6. It feels like a good shot. And she might end up throwing it anyway, but the right shot is to come down is to try to be aggressive and use those rocks as your friends and just come around the guard and try to sit. But there,
she hits.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. The thing is, Mark, like you absolutely don't want to just give up a huge end here, and so like. Imagine this exact same end or this exact same house. The red guard is there and the rock buried is there, but there's only one rock. The one way over on the left-hand side on the top 12.
Yeah.
Then you might freeze, right? You might just automatically freeze because there's less peril. But because all these rocks are in the rings, like a lot of times you just get, oh my God, they're sitting 6. Oh my God, they're sitting 6. And so you end up playing this shot and so the amount of rocks they're sitting dictates your shot.
Yes.
Which is not ever a thing that should dictate your shot. But it often does because this is a mental game, right?
Yeah,
so
you're absolutely right. Yeah.
You just end up saying, oh my God, they're sitting 6. We have to hit.
Yeah, like a draw to the 4 foot is the same whether it's against 1 or 6, you know?
Yeah, right. So you, like you just play this shot because of the scenario, not because you think like this is the way I'm going to score 2. This is not a way you're going to score 2.
Okay.
It's a decent result, but now they're sitting 4 and throwing. So you didn't make your life better.
Yeah, like I don't think it helps your situation because you don't
have it doesn't make your life better.
Hide.
It just momentarily made you feel better.
It gives you a little bit more space, you know, if you're thinking.
I suppose so, but if you had made the freeze on the other one, then they had less space to make their shot. And now they have like they don't have a hard shot anymore. Like they don't have a precise shot. Like she's just playing. She's sitting 4 and throwing.
Just top 4, right?
Yeah, she's just like she's just playing. She's just playing like let's go top 4 behind this guy. You just made life so much easier for them, and you didn't make life easier for yourself. So you're gonna have to make a shot at this end at some point in this end. You might as well make it. You might as well take 3 cracks at it instead of 2. The only maybe saving grace is they might be able to make the out turn. They might be able to make the out turn tap. But not if she puts this in. Like that's a good spot. So you might be able to make the out turn tap. Probably not. You might be able to make this in turn double on those 2 rocks and roll over on top of the corner ground, like you might be able to make it and like roll on the one she just threw and go under the far left rock. It's like I said, like you're gonna have to make a shot. So the shot might be a draw of 4 foot for 1 on your last one. But they're looking at the possibilities. Those are the 2 possibilities. The one possibility is this out turn, little like hack waiter tap and roll under a tiny bit. Or she's looking at the wide in turn draw. No, she's looking at it outside corner. Okay. Okay. I would have listened to the intern draw as well, but
yeah, I don't mind either of the draws. I mean, I like the alternate little tap, right?
You probably have to make this. It looks like she's making the intern draw. Like
Okay.
that's what she's maybe playing based on where the broom is. It looks like she's
Behind
just
the rock,
trying
yeah.
to like.
Draw
She's.
back 4.
This is a practice shot. Like just draw half buried behind that top blue. They pick it out, and then you do it again. So that's the thinking here. I like this shot. This is a very smart shot, right? Like a conservative smart shot where you know, on my last rock I'm gonna have to draw the 4-foot for 1. So why not? Like you could make a great out-turn tap, like you were saying, and then they get it out, and then you have to play the shot anyway. So like, if you assume your team is gonna make all the, or the other team is gonna make all the shots, then make this shot. This is the shot to play. This is practice. It's coming down nice. Looks a little heavy.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get it around this one in the top 8.
Yeah,
Just do.
That's a great shot. That's a great spot. That's exactly the spot. Can't hit the blue, and you have to. Yeah. So they're going to try to pick it.
Or do they just freeze to it? Like,
they're going to pick it. I think you. Yeah, Mark, you could try to freeze to it, right?
Yeah.
But then the flip side of the whole psychology of this thing is like we were sitting 5, and all of a sudden she just makes a shot. Like I picked this up, she's like, "God, it's 5."
Yeah.
It's a centerline peel, and the great thing about a centerline peel is your sweepers can actually call line too. Like if it's touching the centerline, you've made the shot. So it's an easier team shot to make. Like she'll go down and she'll save the sweepers, but the sweepers know this, that if it's just by the center line, we're good. Like we've made the shot. So the sweepers can be on it right away. So it's a half a rock, quarter rock, like just hit what you can see and make it. The other shot, like this is it is really truly, Mark, a less precise shot than the freeze to it.
Yeah. Can't be tight here.
No, it looks okay.
Sweepers on it early.
Sweepers probably don't. Well, it's a little
Relax.
quieter than they probably thought.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
probably
quiet.
crazy.
It's touching the center
really
line
moving.
here.
Oh, good shot.
Jeez.
All right, so draw again. Same shot. You don't have to worry about guards anymore. It's the same rock. And this is why she played it the first. Now there's no guarantee that she's going to make it again, right? Like, but that's the reason why you play it. That's the reason why you play that shot. You put it there, you expect them to pick it out, and then you make the shot again. And really, Mark, this game is a repeatable game. Like, if you can throw the same rock the same place twice, you're going to succeed at this game. Like, that's really what this game is all about. It's all about, like, making it happen. If this comes up a little bit light, you're in trouble. But the sweepers seem okay with it.
Just managing line.
Like just loving it. Look at that, right on. That's a turkey right there. It's an American Thanksgiving turkey. Draw the pin, you get a turkey.
Does draw for the single here. So Inglis will get hammered down 1 point going to the 4th end, which we'll have for you just after this break.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
You know, what job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
To my story as friends. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Or whether or not people are going to see it. I know what it means. I just don't know whether people are going to see it. Anyway, welcome back. That was a fun end, Mark. That was a lot of really good curling. We're having the same thing where it's like center guard come around center guard, and then Inglis is coming around this corner guard. That's why we're getting so many rocks in play. It's just full-on offense all the time, which I love. What's not to love about that? Just full-on offense. This has got a curl. If it just gets by, they're going to get a piece in there. This might get on. Oh, little kick.
Hey,
oh,
Matt.
yeah, that's the no tick. So you got to put it back.
Hey, Matt, I'm just going to step away just for a second here.
Yeah, no problem. So I am a member of the Utica Curling Club, and we are playing the no-tip rule for our first-time curler league, which is weird. So we have decided that ticks are fine, because if a first-time curler tries to come around a guard and ticks a guard, we don't want to just take that rock off, because it's not all the time that they get the rock in the ring. So. But we're not in the semifinals of this North Bay Women's Spiel. So when you take a rock like that, that's the danger. It brings a lot more planning into the game. Like that little come around that corner guard was not something that you can miss tight. Like it would have been better if you kind of missed that by hitting the corner guard. You can't ever miss the center guard, or else it's just a wasted rock. So this is a good shot here. This is going to go top 4 foot, top button. It's going to put some pressure. That is 2 good shots. So we're playing the run back. Just like try to hit this and run it back anywhere you possibly can. In turn, lots of weight. Peel the guard is not a bad shot here. It's early in the end. Trying to make it curl a bit to get a few more, but if not, it's all right. Well, just inches, just millimeters away there from perfect shot. Just throw a guard. This is what it's going to be for the next little while. If the guard is successful, make this guard sliding a little wide. This is gonna have to go for line. It doesn't have to be a perfect guard at this point in the end, because there are 2 rocks in front of the rings. What would be better is that if it was a higher guard, because what you want at arrogance is her running that guard back onto your guard. That's what she's always playing. She's playing the guard onto the one top 8. So the more space you put between those guards, the less likely she's going to make that shot. So let's see what happens here. Just another straight PL. Bunching up some corner guards. That actually might take away an in-turn draw. That might be just a smidge in the way of an in-turn draw, which could impact the later part of the end. It's starting to get, like, we're on thirds first here. We're starting to get a little tighter in the end when just straight peeling, you really, really need to get rid of one of these. You really need to make this run back and get rid of one of them, because you're a couple rocks away from getting the one on the button. So you want to try to get it pretty soon. And for the Brandwood team, they want this to be as high as they possibly can in the way. To get it, like, a 1 is perfect. Just get it pretty high. This is a bit tighter than they want. It's not bad. So Inglis is at the point now where you really got to make one of these go away. This is a pretty important moment where you definitely want to try to make one of these go away if possible. Here it comes. It looks pretty close to getting rid of one of them. Oh, just ticked it. That is so unlucky. Oh, that's so close to a perfect shot. It doesn't really change much for Brandwood. It might change a little bit about how you think about this guard, but not significantly. I think you still want to guard the one. You just want to bite the center line here. She's calling to guard that one. It's okay if it overcurls a bit. I mean, Inglis might be thinking about now turn draw to the back one now. Now you want this, you're starting to think this guard, it's okay if this is tight. Because they're down to thirds last. So, you know, like, it's okay for this guard to be a little tight. It's coming in. We don't have a lot of camera switching going on right now, but bear with us. We're just watching the game together here. I'm seeing what you're seeing. This just bites the center line. That is the perfect spot for this guard. It does set up the possibility of a triple. You got to make it though, right? It comes with some peril, but we're going to zing this out turn on thirds last and hope you get rid of some rocks. We're going to all watch it together when it comes down. The rock has been thrown. Here it comes. Just sweeping it to try to get it to not curl. It's almost on the nose. It looks like that is a good curling shot right there. It gets him out of some serious dodge right there. That makes their end a lot more comfortable, a lot more. We talked about that guard that's on that in-turn spot. I don't think it's in the way anymore. So they can make an in-turn draw to the button. So right now, if you're Brandwood, like, you're not in a steal situation anymore. You're in a force them to one situation. So what you don't want to do though here, what you really don't want to do is go top 8 foot buried behind the blue. That would be a troublesome shot. If you went top 8 foot buried behind the blue, and they made a hit and roll on the red behind your guard, that would be trouble. So you want to make sure, like, if you're going to miss this shot, you cannot miss this shot buried. It would be okay to miss this shot. Like, it would be okay to make this shot top 8 foot wide open would be even good. Or a quarter open. Like, just don't fully bury this top 8 and you've accomplished it. Put something in the way there, not fully buried top 8. That would be the goal right here. Just kind of put it in the way. She's been making an awful lot of shots, a lot of draws. So I expect this to be pretty close. Supers are on it. Looks pretty good. It's curling a little bit more than they want. Maybe just take the guard because you don't want this to go past. Oh, this is not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the shot that we didn't want unless you get it to the top button. Okay. Well, it's not ideal. It's not awful, but it's not ideal because that's the shot. The shot is a hit and roll off this red and you just threw a guard on it. The good news for you though is that it's a pretty small house after they make this rock, so it's going to be tough to get 2. But the bad news is that they can actually sit shot buried here pretty easily. Not easy. Got to make it. Got to make a nice little hit and roll here. If you don't throw and she makes a hit and roll, you can come down and take it out, right? So like you just threw another guard on her hit and roll. You got to make it. No question. Like you got to make this hit and roll. But if they make this hit and roll, all of a sudden they go from a force to a possible deuce. And like it was a perilous force until this. Again, got to make this shot, but left a shot. So let's see how they do. Solid release, really soft handle. Really just a nice turn. Supers are calling it for down, which is good. It's got to be down. I think they might have lost it. I think it's quieter than they thought. Might be on this top one. Oh. Supers are calling down weight. All right, now. So now everything. Just put that rock back exactly where you just had it. Go right back to right there. No, you don't need to hit that. There's no reason to hit that. Just put it right in there again. Throw the exact same shot. There you go. That's the spot. Just draw in. It's going to be really, really tough to score if you're the Inglis team. If you can put this in that same spot, I don't know how you score. I mean, they're going to talk about a lot of shots, right? So you could hit the blue and roll over. It's harder to hit and roll a shot to a spot than it is to draw a rock to the spot. So they just indicated 2 shots, that in-turn guard or the hit and roll. I'm not sure if they're talking about same shot. Like, yeah, you don't have to hit and roll to that spot. Just talk about the same shot you just did. Make that, and I'm not sure how they score. I'm not sure how you don't steal 1. Playing the hit and roll, which I don't love. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't love this in-turn hit and roll. I'm not sure why the front end doesn't just say, hey, skipper, what about the same shot we just threw? That was a beauty. Buried top 4. You just did it. Your last 3 shots have been a draw at the top 4. Well, let's make it 4. Let's do 1 more. It'll be fun. You can get behind that. Instead, we're playing an in-turn hit. So again, not necessarily the wrong shot. Make this perfect and you're good. Just it's hit and roll is a tougher shot than a draw to the spot. I think she might have just changed the ice a tiny bit too. So it's in her head right now. Let's see how she does. Nose hit is good. Nose hit and it's a guaranteed forced. I think you were in a steal situation here and you've kind of turned it into a force situation now. Yeah, I think that's an opportunity missed. I think if you rewind that tape back and you put a rock right beside that top 4 foot, they don't score and you go up 3-1. And if you didn't throw, she was playing the shot for 1 anyway because there was no double. There was no chance they were going to get deuce. So like, and is one of those chances that you have in curling where you can just really, really, really just like put the screws in and take control. And instead, for reasons that are not clear to me but will be clear to them at some point, they decided to throw a hit on third shot rock. That's the awesome part about having all this commentary. They can watch these games back. They don't have to listen to me. Seriously. But what they can say is, we did have a chance there. Here we go. This is going to be fine. Going to hit and roll. Oh, maybe not. No, it's going to roll. Yep. There you go. Good for a 1. Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not switching anything. I'm not sure if we're going to commercial now. We might be just staying here. Bear with me. Like, it is what it is, right? We're getting curling.
Yeah, we're getting curling, and I'm just back in time. We'll take a little break here and have 5th end for you here shortly.
Surrounded by beauty on every side, this is a place where you can get away from it all, or be right there in the center of everything. Arts, sports, entertainment, a vibrant culture. This is North Bay, and it is exactly where I want to be.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Excellent end where the Brandwood team ended up with a solid force. Had some opportunities to possibly steal, but got a really good force. We got another good end. I'll tell you, this Brandwood team is putting the rocks early in the end. They're putting them in a great, great spot every time.
Yeah, I will say, like, just seeing this team, there's always some different, interesting angles that have been coming to play each and every end, right? And
Yeah.
it's like kind of right around like Vice's rocks. That's where we kind of see some divergence in terms of like what strategy we're calling,
Yeah.
But
I think
definitely,
we're just going to see a lot of rocks in play this end. So.
A lot of rocks in play, a lot of opportunities.
Nicely. Like it's curling decently. The speed at this club is always really good. I'm sure the ice makers are doing a phenomenal job on making the ice pretty perfect. Like this will be right after a scrape, so the ice will be great. And great ice and great rocks and a really nice facility means a lot of shot making.
Yeah.
Just that comes down to like, is this always the best shot for the situation that we're in right now? These early parts, like again, look at Brandwood putting the rocks in the perfect spot. Like
Yep.
it's almost, you couldn't have walked down and put that in a better spot. So we're playing a top on the blue, less ice, a little more weight, topping the blue in, almost a cross it top is what you call it.
Looks like she's asking for quite a bit here, right? Just trying to get to the inside.
Yeah, trying to cross it. This is
a lot
smoking.
of room.
Yeah, this is
They
smoking.
can't do anything with this.
They're gonna try to get it to curl.
Man.
It's definitely getting past the guard.
Okay.
It's not a horrible result.
No, it puts it back T, but
Yeah, it just starts to make a pocket. That's the better shot right there. Just go. You don't have to. This rock doesn't have to be shot.
no.
Just come in there, put something else in. They're gonna rip the guard. But this game. This game has been like all Brantwood, with a lot of Inglis just having to like rip guards and run and just barely get her one. Even if she just clips this guard a tiny bit, it's not the end of the world.
No, I mean that's not
Just
bad if she does, yeah.
Might have been better to let that go a bit, but that's not bad. That's still not a bad result. Yeah, everybody's in this. That is really, really tight ice. Right there, I'm gonna tell you that is minimum ice for this shot. So
is this just like a what's the call here? Is this
the call was draw? The call was draw, but that's
okay.
Like the call is don't be late.
I thought she was asking for just almost even like a hack waiter here or something.
Well, the ice suggests that it's a little bit more weight than draw, and it might play something. You might play off this outside one. You might play, but it's not like a straight draw through this hole. A little positive turn there. Let's see how the weight ends up going. She's definitely outside of where the broom was. Like this is about where the broom was. So. Okay. It doesn't.
No.
It's interesting. Good. Now you're still you're a couple shots away from.
Yeah, what are we doing here? Like this is.
I mean, so on our little scorecard, because Brandwood has hammer. So. Because Inglis got one last end.
Oh, yeah.
So Red has hammer right now and throwing and debating what to do. It's not the worst idea right now. It would not be the worst idea in the world right now to rip that guard. You're in a pretty good situation. Let's call a timeout is not bad. So Brandwood, you're tied up with hammer. This is a pivotal moment in the end.
Yeah. It's like you've got some. You can get something good out of here, right? But it's you're gonna have to get creative, right? In addressing.
To get super creative right now. Like I think you could play this. You could play the peel, and you could peel it onto their top blue.
Okay.
Lose your shooter, and you end up sitting second, third, and if it rolls off a tiny bit, like if it goes through that hole, so just peel the peel the blue into the blue.
Okay.
And it goes through that hole. And rolls over a tiny bit onto your reds. Now all of a sudden it's one wide open rock.
Yeah.
One wide open blue rock. And you're sitting first, third, and fourth. And you have hammers. Like
So
right now.
Peel it from the outturn side, just a hair.
Yeah, outturn side. Try to nut
high.
it onto that top. Try to nut it onto that top blue. Get rid of the blue. Your shooter goes way over it, right? Your shooter, because you're hailing like 3/4, so your shooter goes.
Yeah, shooter goes.
And if you manage to, if the blue the guard you hit rolls over a tiny bit, it guards your 2 blues and makes their blue, it guards your 2 reds and makes their blue wide open.
Ooh, she's...
I think they're just thinking about that for a later shot, not necessarily a later shot. Or maybe they are thinking about it for this shot, which I don't like.
I saw that, but I mean, I feel like that's got to be later, yeah.
I think you're at the point right now where there's only, like, you are only on second rock. And you're trying to get another one in the 4-foot. If you're on second's rock and you're trying to get another one in the 4-foot, you have to ask yourself why. Like, what are we trying to do? Are we trying to get like 4 rocks in the 4-foot, 5 rocks in the 4-foot? Like, what are we trying to do? Eventually, it's too many too early.
Some reluctance just to peel away this guard.
I think the reluctance is that they feel like they're in a really solid, and they're not in a solid. Like right now, that didn't work out. It would have been great if that had a sat for a 5th shot rock, but it didn't.
I guess they have the double or the in-off.
Yeah, like you're not going to see Inglis throw any draws. They're going to try to hit. So they're going to try to lock something. And they're 2 shots away from locking shot rock. If she runs this guard, that could really end up badly for her too.
Yeah.
Unless that guard is her friend right now. I think you almost want to think about throwing this into a draw. I know it feels ugly, but
no. But I mean, I think you go intern. Yeah, you just have to bury it though.
Yeah, just freeze onto your own.
Yeah, you can't eat.
There's a lot that can go. It's just, so this is third's first. So you're you have half an end to play. You have 4 more rocks. The question is, I don't hate this. I don't actually hate this, what they're talking about, like this top. I don't love this, but I didn't mind the red. So the red onto or the blue onto the red. I didn't hate the blue onto the red. This again, this is just part of this is you're actually second shot. And so there's no reason to mess with second shot. Like hitting blue onto the red might open up your back one. And that blue rock is guarding your second shot rock. So throwing this is kind of like a waste of a shot, which isn't, it's not screwing it up, Mark. That's the thing. Like, you're not going to screw anything up, and you still have some rocks to play.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily hate it. I think the intern draw would have done the same thing. It wouldn't screw anything up either. Well, that's a decent play. Just what I know, right? Problem is, you leave a double to let her sit 3.
Well, they definitely hit that thinner, right, than they wanted.
Yeah, they hit that. It was always in play, I guess. So
yeah, it was always a possibility. They could.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you necessarily wanted what the result is that you got here. Like I'm just not sure that that's like if you said this is the result you would get from that shot, that anyone would take it, because they can make a double to sit 3 right now, and then you're it's like wide open 3.
Yeah,
they can make a double sit. They can make a double to sit 2. not sure you want to draw here. I think you want to.
I think you want to play this double.
Take a run at this double. You don't have to stay. You just have to, like, if you get rid of those rocks, your buried shot and second shot. And this is still only thirds first. In-turn hit, little inside out. Not inside out enough, I don't think.
No.
Little hit and roll would be okay too. We're at hit and roll now.
Yeah.
That doesn't suck.
Yeah, that was a good audible there.
Yeah. You can actually get rid of that back one on the double off your own red.
Yeah.
So you're and this could also give you a chance to get rid of the back one because they're gonna play this shot to open up the back one. So there's a lot of ways they can miss this that work out really well for you, like black the top guard, hit it too thin. There are some ways that can really work out for Brandwood here. She could also make it perfect, but it's it definitely has some precision.
On and off.
It's pretty close.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty close. Okay, well, thirds last, we're just going to draw. We're just going to kind of like freeze. There's not a lot of other shots, actually. You could play that. You could just pick it. I think you end up picking it if you do that. I don't think you can stay. I think if you hit that, you can't stay and not hit it backward.
Yeah.
So you could pick it. You could pick it, and then they've got to throw. This is a great shot. This is a great call as well. Just kind of like freeze to the top
freezing
one.
To the high corner here.
Yeah. Brandwood has shown that she can draw the forefoot, draw the button at any point. She's got the out to draw the button for a 2, which would be a big score. This just needs to tip the guard, maybe. Yeah. That's all right.
Good.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad spot. What is she thinking? She's thinking she can double those 2 reds. Yeah, that's...
Triple.
She can double those 2 reds.
Triple's there. Triple's always there.
I think it jams, but yeah.
I think it jams too.
This does come with a bit of peril. If you're a hair on the outside and you ever clip that top red, you're bringing a big end into play.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, if you make this perfectly, you leave a wide out turn draw to sit on that back blade.
Yeah.
Still leave a skip deuce. So I don't know. Like, this shot has a lot of negative consequences, and make it perfect and you're still not out of this end. So it comes with risk. But she likes to throw it pretty hard, so why not, right? They're on it the whole way. It's an overcurl. They make it a different way. Yeah. They make it, okay. Didn't kill you.
No.
I think you're gonna see them throw this out turn draw.
Yeah, she immediately tapped there.
Yeah. You probably don't want to be where she's tapping her broom right now. You want to be there, just biting the top forefoot, or where their brooms are, or where the broom is now. Because she's gonna play the. So you don't want to be necessarily T-line here.
No.
T-line leaves that rock that's on that's on red path. The blue rock that's on red path. You don't want to leave it in a spot where you can raise that rock in. And T-line is probably that spot. So you probably want to be just biting the top 4 if you can. Just biting the top 4 here is perfect. Doesn't even have to be fully buried. 3/4 buried, biting the top 4. Money. Looks like it's curling too much.
It's going quite a
No,
bit.
they're
doing a good job.
It's good. They're doing. Look at them sweep. Look at those ladies sweep. Good job. Just took the Rooney's the guard.
Okay.
Gotta get it in there. All right. Well,
end up settling.
It's still
For third?
a perilous situation. Yeah, you're sitting first, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're blue, you know, Inglis doesn't want to. She isn't throwing a lot of draws in this game. She's looking at this run back. This run back has some very serious. I mean,
I think it's. Yeah, if
I
they
don't
don't.
know what this. Well, this could.
I'm okay with this, right? Like, because I
What
think,
do you-
right, if you.
Walk me through what you think. What?
So you hit that just high side out turn, right? And you're potentially running the one that's like, you know, on the covering the letters there on the shot rock. The middle rock probably just spills over to like the T or the H, you know? Like, you don't have to whip it.
So I'll give you the bad part.
Yes.
If this crosses in any way, shape, or form, like if this crosses,
Yeah, it's
and your shooter is going too far the other way, you could end up leaving a hit for 4. So you got to make sure you're on the high side.
Yeah.
And then if you risk the high side too much.
Yeah.
There you go. That worked out.
That's
the
pretty
shot.
good.
Yep. Good result.
Is
Good
there
for her.
a shot for 2 here?
There's
I don't
not.
think there
There's
is.
draw for 2. Draw for 1.
Draw
That was a very, very high risk, solid reward shot. That did come with risk, but it obviously came with that reward too. So I don't think there was many other shots she could play. So you had to play that shot. The key to that shot, and she managed it very well. The team managed it very well. Is it could not cross. It had to be high side. And it was. So draw for 1. She made a lot of these. Last one, the weight was perfect. It just cracked the guard.
Plenty of room on this one here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's plenty, but it's definitely room. Oh, come up short.
Oh, short.
Steal of 1.
Steal of 1 for Team Inglis. Wow.
Wow, that is definitely a switch.
So Brandwood will retain hammer. We'll have the 6th end for you just after this break.
Inflation is hitting us all right now. Everything is up except your portfolio. It's time to up your investments as well. Wouldn't it be nice to get a statement you're not afraid to open? With a target rate of return of 8%, Advanced Mortgage Investment Corporation, AMIC, may be the perfect addition to your portfolio. Your preferred shares will pay dividends you won't be afraid to look at. The best way to fight inflation? A solid rate of return. Learn more at advancedmic.com.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
All right, guys, we are back. Been an exciting match so far. A lot of interesting angles, a lot of interesting decisions, and you know, after a bunch of forces, we've got first steal of the game here.
Yeah, I think we got ourselves a pretty open end here too. Inglis went in the rings.
Oh, I have the wrong camera set up.
Brandwood nose to hit. Inglis is now nose to hit. And we got a corner guard call.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many corner guards. It's always been kind of center line, top 8, and then the battle for positioning up there.
Just to straight up get it over the rings corner guard here, Mark. Higher the better.
And courtesy skip sweep there. Gets it right to the logo.
It's good to come out and sweep like that as a skip. Gets the warms you up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
It's full business then they're skipping.
Yeah. It's tough work out there sometimes. I can imagine some of these clubs up north too.
Just trying to throw a center guard here. Anywhere in the way.
Yeah. More important to get to the center or covering their own. Or I guess they'll try to do a little bit of both.
I think they're just trying to get it in the way.
Yeah.
Really. You might see her come around the corner, yeah. Just come around the corner, ignore it. Or play that interim draw. Just talk yourself out of it.
No need for double corners here, yeah?
No. Either come around that corner or just freeze to this one is probably a more offensive shot. Mine looks pretty good. Just got to be in the way there. Just get it there. It's not bad. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just taking a quick peek at the other game. Burns is up 4-2 over Zemelink. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Quick pan over to that. That game is being produced as well by Curling Stadium. If you go to curlingstadium.com, you see a little YouTube link on the scoreboard. You can pop on over. That one does not have commentary, so it'll be just the cameras. And so if you're looking for a quiet curling match, feel free to check on that one. But for all scores, updates, broadcasts, curlingzone.com.
Just got it by. That's a good shot. This has a possibility of getting away from the Brentwood team. She's gonna run this guard back, guard onto the 2 reds, onto the 2 blues. I mean, if she can make this guard onto the 2 blues, it opens up the corner guard. If she doesn't make this,
she's going this way. Is she going inside?
Yeah.
Inside out?
She's just playing the top blue onto the top 2 blues.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. I thought she was going red on the blue.
No, just the top blue. It looks close.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a decent result though.
Yeah.
Left herself a guard there. Rock's wide open. Didn't quite get out of the rings over there. Nice little catcher if needed later in the end. It's a great result though. That was a really good shot.
Yeah.
Now you could start to see some, like, so you're not, Blue's not trying to necessarily bury this, but only half bury. And if Brandwood can come down and start making like little half weight rolls over on this and get a whole bunch of other rocks in the wings,
rocks. Yeah,
it could get a little bit ugly.
Yeah, we might.
And if they ever don't curl enough, then like this one, then you leave a double.
Yeah, double and possibly roll. Yeah,
double and I think you want to just straight up make this double. If you roll behind the corner a little bit, but it doesn't even matter. Make this double and you're sitting one buried. The problem is if you nose hit this double, you might leave a double back.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have
like
to
a little
make
flop,
the double yet. A little flop wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Make her make this shot again. I don't think you want to nose hit this. I don't think she's going to nose hit it. I think she's going to nose hit it. Nope. Yeah, sweep that there. Oh, nobody swept the red. Sweep the red. Great shot. Good spot. Nobody swept that red rock, Mark.
They weren't thinking well, I mean, it looked like a lot of no's, right? But
it did, but you could have one person just standing there sweeping. They were rock watching, but you know what? Didn't leave a double.
No,
and then you've got one buried. So
if that was open. Buried, though, then I think you.
If it got just a little, I think if it just got a little bit more behind that guard, it would have made this hit a little bit less weight.
Yeah.
They're playing it normal.
This one's gonna get some roll, not a ton. Okay.
Yeah. Same situation. I don't think you just don't want to nose.
Yeah.
Now you can really go for the double, or you can go for the roll.
Go hard for the roll now, yeah.
Because you could even. You definitely don't want to nose. That's what you just said. Like if we nose it, they double and we're all the same. So like even if you hit and rolled out, it's probably better than nosing it right now. If you nose it, you let Inglis out of this end. If you hit and roll out, you don't even. It's still you're still in an end for a deuce. Because they don't really have a great shot. Just that out turn come out. I don't think they can hit you. So you just don't want to nose this.
Just kind of reset, making sure everyone's on the same page here.
Definitely out. It's a little quieter probably than they were expecting. Might be curling a bit.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty close.
That's going to be pretty close.
Yep. It's good. That's a good spot.
Yeah, that's a good spot, yeah.
That forces the out turn draw. Ooh, that is tight ice. Mark, that is tight ice for the out turn draw. She knows something I don't know.
Are they talking drawing the other side now?
No.
Like the out-turn draw?
She walked down saying out turn draw, and then her third suggested, "What do you think about drawing to right here?"
Yeah.
So now they're coming around this corner guard.
You like this call? You like this side?
I mean,
it's kind of staggered, right?
It's not. again, like you need to sit shot. The other team has hammer, and it's your first rock, and they're both buried. So your goal is to sit shot. The rule of thumb seems to be to close the wings down as much as you can.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that is if you don't think you can make the outturn draw, then this in-turn draw is fine. Like you have to hit sit shot rock.
Yeah.
Sit shot rock buried. And if you think this is the better way to do it, then I don't hate this. It's just you're not going to steal with this shot.
Yeah.
Not that you're trying to steal at this point, but you are a little bit desperate.
Oh.
Good for her not burning the rock.
Yeah. Oh wow, they left it short.
Well, yeah. Oh, now you really have to think about this shot. You have to think really hard about this shot right here.
Yeah.
You do not want to go in a spot that stops you from getting like 3, right? So you just don't want to, like, that's a dangerous. What you don't want to leave is Inglis a hit and roll behind those corners.
Yeah. So I mean, that's.
So you want to kind of bury.
Yeah.
You gotta throw this out. I guess. So your 2 shots are throw the in-turn to just a little bit past where her broom is. Like, put the rock where her broom is right now. Like, if you could draw the rock to where her broom is, perfect.
Yeah.
Or play this out turn. Now look at the ice. Remember when Inglis first put her broom down?
Yeah.
For this out turn come around.
She was just like basically out
inside,
four,
like almost middle of the 4. She put it just down, just on the outside edge. It was middle of the 4. So we're taking some we're taking some max ice here. This is max ice. What you don't want to do is leave a hit and roll behind these corners.
Yeah.
You just want to sink it. You might as well sink it top floor buried. I don't think this is the ice to do that, Mark.
You think she's drawing open?
I think it's just no, I don't think she's intentionally drawing open. I just don't think this is, but she has hit a bunch of guards in the last couple of ends. So
yeah, that may do it.
So that like makes her think like, let's not scare these guards. The problem is you just don't like, you don't want to do this.
Yeah. Ooh, you almost have to go ahead and take it deep here, right?
Yeah, just get it deep. All right, so that's where she topped her broom. That's where she wanted it. She's leaving this hit and roll behind them. She got it a corner buried. It would be great if that was, take that rock and move it over like 4 inches.
Yeah.
10 centimeters to the left, or whatever you want to call it, like a half a rock to the left, and it makes it a little tougher. Like, she's got to make a hit and roll here for her life.
Yeah, so
just 3 would be a lot.
Yeah. Which way are you rolling here?
I don't think you can get inside, so I think you're rolling out to the wing.
Yeah, she just tapped it to confirm.
I think you run too many. You got to play it so quiet to get inside.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's convinced that it curls much here, based on how she put the ice down last shot for this come around. So I'm not sure you can make it the other way, Mark. I don't think you can cross it and get shot, or get totally buried and get that rock out. So I think you bring 4 into play by trying to roll inside. So you got to hit and roll here. The good news is if you can roll full 8, you're buried behind 2 shots, 2 rocks. So all you have to do is hit and roll full 8. She's made a lot of run backs and hits. This is her bread and butter.
Final rock for Inglis. Looking for this.
It's close. Might be curling a bit now. No, it's pretty good.
Yep. Get it over.
Well, that's a very good attempt.
It's a good attempt.
Forces a tough in turn. She can probably see 3/4. Make it go away and you get 2.
Yeah.
Stay and you get 3. 2 is really big. She's playing it quiet. So they didn't talk about this a lot, but you could put the broom like right near it, play normal, roll out, get 2, go up. Get your deuce for sure. You could also play this, which is like sort of that in-betweener shot where you're gonna play like a control kind of a weight and try to keep a shooter. Both of those shots are good. This is a skip shot, definitely. It's a confident shot. It does definitely bring Steele into play.
Indicated it was up out of hand here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's got a good solid piece.
Yeah.
It's a good shot. May not stay. Yep. It's staying too.
Yeah, it's staying.
It's good for 3.
That was a big 3-bagger for Team Brandwood.
Yep.
That will take a 2-point lead. Inglis will have hammer in the 7th end, which we'll have for you just after this break.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Spiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs.
Radical Road's Epic Ale is the perfect, easy drinking beer to have after a curling game. Please ask your manager to carry it in your curling club today. Available only in Ontario.
We're a Canadian Indigenous women-owned staffing firm and an award-winning diverse supplier certified with CCAB, CAMC, WeBe, and WeConnect International. We stuck with hospitality as a niche at first. The pandemic closed the curtain on that niche in 2020, which was the push that we needed to diversify and grow from 4 to 8 service lines across North America. We provide temporary and permanent staffing services from junior to executive level for hundreds of clients in various sectors across Canada.
And we are back. So first big score of the game there.
Yeah, big 3-ender. I tell you, on paper, the Brandwood team has been all over this game. It's been a lot of really good shots. The front end has put the rock in the right place almost every time.
Yeah, I think I made a point about that a few ends ago. Like we're getting some really well-developed ends with a lot of interesting decisions having to be made, and basically just 1 or 2 half shots here and there just kind of made the difference in the game so far.
Just a lot of good shot making.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty neat that we get a chance to watch this game. Like I'm doing some of the production commentary here from Oklahoma, being able to watch a team like I've seen Inglis play a few times, but seeing a team like Brandwood, like I would have never seen them if it wasn't for Curling Stadium. So pretty neat experience here.
Yeah, they're from the Niagara Falls Curling Club. When I first moved to these United States, I lived in Buffalo, and I curled out of the Niagara Falls Curling Club. It's a beautiful
I didn't know
facility
they had a curling
too.
club up there.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many curling clubs right in the Niagara Falls area.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I never hear of Spiels up there. I may have to make a trip up there for that.
The Honeymooner in March is worth your time. Look up the Honeymooner. It's worth your time. Come to the Honeymooner. I'm going.
Are you?
Yep.
I don't think I have. Do I have stuff? No, I think I do have some stuff in March. I don't know.
It's end of March, early April.
Maybe.
Anyway. You should all go to the Niagara Falls Curling Club. It's awesome. And people are great. Of course, if you're a family of the Brandwood team, you probably go there all the time.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we tried a double and hit and roll, and that didn't work out well. So we're doing it again. Just run this back and try to hit and roll over for a corner.
Yeah.
And a lot of this for the Inglis team. Lots of run backs.
That double attempt seemed a little quiet weight. I wasn't sure if that was called weight or. This one's a hair up.
Yeah, we're just trying
So I think really trying to get the roll and keep the shooter around.
Yeah.
It's pretty important, and it's lost.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it really fully matters to keep the shooter around right now. Like what you want to do if you're Inglis is not lose the game in this end. You don't have to win it in this end either.
Yeah.
But you certainly don't want to lose it. So like a blank here is fine. You can get 3 in this game now with the 5-rock rule. So what you don't want to give up is a steal of 1 here. Steal of 1, you might lose the game. A blank, you won't lose the game.
You don't hate it, yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? Getting a 2 is not awesome either here. So
yeah,
I think you're in. I think you're probably in. Let's just try to blank it.
Let's blank, yeah.
And if you're the Brandwood team, you're just like, all right, let's make them throw run backs. Play run backs all day.
Yeah.
You got no problems with those.
So, I mean, does at some point, well, I guess, they keep on doing these, setting up these guards, and then eventually do we see them try to split the rings a little bit more, like maybe put one in?
Maybe on thirds last or skips first. I don't think they necessarily care either. Like they probably wouldn't mind if they forced.
Yeah,
obviously, like that would be their most ideal situation. They probably wouldn't hate dropping 2. Yeah, okay, you got a couple of guards.
Yeah, see, I think that's why. Maybe, I don't know. Like, yeah, they're gonna make one at some point. Maybe if ever Inglis, makes a hit and roll here, right? Then you kind of, worry a little bit. So, and they're just gonna keep on playing this card, yeah.
Yeah. So she indicated if you throw the guard, she wants the guard tight on purpose to encourage her to try to play the run back and not try to double off the 2 reds. So Brandwood does not want Inglis to try to double off the 2 reds. So she wants this guard tight. If the guard is high, she might try to double off the 2 reds, or she might just try to chase the shot rock. So she wants it nice and tight to force this run back. Tight guard takes away the chase. It doesn't take away the double, but it takes away the chasing and going for the back one.
This one's a hair wide.
Yeah, this is heavy. This wideness means that it's heavy. It's coming into the rings. Maybe just bite the top 8. Okay. Well, now you see whether or not how hard Inglis is going to go for like a deuce here.
Yeah.
Or a multiple. I don't think she can make the double and roll.
And the roll, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she can hold her shooter. It depends on how much weight she throws. It's pretty straight on. Like, you gotta make...
I mean, you can just flop over a tiny... Well...
Yeah, nose isn't awful here either.
Oh, this is...
Yeah, that's not good.
They had it...
It's like a pair.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that may have been their best chance to try to start generating something this end.
Yeah, so now we're on thirds last. Now it's less important that this guard is tight. Like a guard probably in the between the 2 and the 3 position is probably like a 2 is okay here. Because there's just not enough time anymore to do. They only have 3 rocks left, so they're just not getting 3. Inglis only has 3 rocks to come.
Yeah.
So you're not giving up a 3 here. Famous last words by Matt. Right there. But it would be pretty epic if they gave up a 3 here. Yeah, I think you'll probably see her take a run at this double. No, she's trying it one more time. Give her another go. Why not, Mark?
Yeah, I can't miss it 3 times, can you?
Oh, yeah, you can. Like, there's some ways that this can go badly for you. You can jam it on the top red instead of the back red, and it rolls over right on top.
And it rolls over on top, yeah.
Yeah, like so.
If they ever get a super high side, I mean, I think she's just playing it right, just middle of the room or middle of the rock.
You could, you could hit this and hit the top red and roll behind the corner. Like, there's a lot of ways that this could go in a way that is forced for you. You might have tried the double on the other. Could also make it.
Looked good out of hand.
Okay, well, it changes. It's now your rock.
It is.
Well, the good news is, Mark, it's your rock up there now. The bad news is they're sitting at 2 and throwing. And there's only 2 more rocks. The blank is pretty much out of the picture. It's not fully out of the picture, but it's pretty much out of the picture. So, best case scenario, you get a deuce and you're tied up without. Worst case scenario, you
got a force.
The other ones, yeah, that's not the worst case scenario.
That's
actually.
not the worst.
The worst. Steal is the worst case scenario.
Yeah, there's some.
Mid worst case scenario is you get forced. Bad. I mean, the worst. Giving up a steal or win is not horrible because like you were gonna have to get a 3 anyway, and now you still get a 3 and a steal. So, like.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Mentally, it doesn't really change anything. You're always going to have to get a 3 in the 8th end. So if you give up a steal, you just have to get a 3 to tie, and then you have to steal, which you can do now because of the no tick.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Curling zone. Head over to the analytics page and start looking stuff up, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be real interested to see what the numbers would say. Yeah. I mean, I think steal of 2 would probably be the worst, even worst case.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think taking 1 is like horrible anymore.
No.
Because you've got no tick, right?
Steal, right?
You got no tick, so as long as you get those center line guards on the center line, like you've got a chance at a steal.
Yeah.
There's a lot more steel seals that happen, I bet, in curling now. And we just don't have the numbers yet because there's not enough games.
And I'm be very curious to see, for kind of this tier of teams, right? Like the outside of the competitive teams, but not the slam teams,
Yeah. I bet you that more people are winning from down one without position than ever in a long time in curling. This is a good looking shot right
this
here.
Is pretty good effort.
That's gonna. I think you're gonna force this run back. Yeah, you gotta just like whack it in there and hope good things happen, Mark.
Yeah.
If you just hit it a hair high side and your shooter rolls over and covers the red rock, and the one that the blue rock that you hits the red rock and rolls under that red rock, that's the best case scenario here. I'm not sure if she's... You can also make it by just kind of like nose hitting and it rolls under the red rock and leaves like a short little run. I mean, really the scenario here is get rid of some rocks and hold your shooter that you're running. Hold that rock that you're running in place. And she's made a lot of these tonight. Maybe we're curling a bit too much. And they come off the outside one though.
I have it. Oh, status. What is?
Okay. Okay. That's a good break. Just don't leave a triple.
Yeah.
She's gonna guard the top one. She's gonna throw a guard on the top one because you can't make a double unless you can hit the top one. So you hit the top one, and then you leave a really testy little nose hit for one on that outside one, and you go to the next end. You really just have to put this in a spot that stops the double. It could even come top ring. Like you could put it in the top ring.
Yeah.
Like if it bites if it dead freezes to it even. You sit 3 and put some pressure on their shot.
I don't think this one's in.
No, I don't think it's in either. I'm just saying you could have done that.
Yeah.
This is also perfectly fine. Yeah, they could have swept that and got it just a bit better, but she's drawing for one. Yep. Yeah, that outturn hit is a little precarious. So, all right, draw for one, make this, and you're in the game. Obviously, miss this, and it's probably curtains.
I would think so.
Yeah. But you gotta just hit full 4. Like I said, she's made an awful lot of hits in this game, and she's thrown precious few draws. Doesn't mean she can't, Mark.
Final rock here.
They're on it right away. Mine looks okay.
Yeah, I think they gotta go.
Yeah, the line is good. It's a question of the weight. They seem to be okay with it. Oh, that's a good curling shot.
Side of the 4-foot, yeah.
Beautiful. All right.
Inglis will get their single. They're down 1. We'll need a steal here in the 8th end, which we'll have for you just after this break.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him. And
handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Here we go. Got to get this rock in the new curling world. We got to get this rock on the center line. You're watching the North Bay Women's Spiel, brought to you by Curling Zone. My name is Matt Hames, and we got ourselves a really fun last end. If any of these ladies watch this game back, like on paper, this has been basically all Brandwood this whole game, and they've kind of got themselves to a situation where they're up one with playing the last end. This new tick zone rule, like I think you're gonna see Inglis throwing over guard. Get it on the center line, get it nice and high this time. Get it on the center line if you can. It's not easy to throw two guards 6 feet apart and have them end up in the exact same space and then like right on the center line. So it's a pretty precise shot all of a sudden in our game. Center guards never used to be precise. Just like throw them, get over the hog line, you're good. I'm not sure that she plays the tick anyway. I don't think that's really in play to matter a heck of a lot right now. It's also kind of like jiggled off, so you can try to run them both. But you can also just try to come in. Brandwood's front end have been playing just awesome. Really. Just putting the rocks in almost the perfect place every end. Kira McLaughlin and Brenda Chapman have been playing just outstanding. You really want to get this rock in there, and it's okay to move them around. It's not, I really don't want to bounce off, but Brandwood as well, like, you're, you may want to think about peeling that center one, the one that's touching the center line. You don't need to double peel necessarily. The high rock is not hurting you as much as the one on center line is hurting you. So you could play this hit, and you could definitely play this nose hit, or you could peel the guard. Don't really want to roll to the outside I'd rather roll inside, and that's like the danger of rolling inside is you're just kind of like bunching up your rocks in the forefoot, which you don't really need to do right now. So I think that they're playing the top one. Again, it's not bad. Just get rid of rocks and let them play. They've got to do all the hard things. I want to make sure you roll off here, though, if possible. You really want to stay. It's fine. That works. Just gonna go into the pocket again, and now you can rip the other guard, and everything is in the rings. And all of a sudden, like with so many rocks to come and every rock in the ring, it's just really, really tough to steal. It's gonna be a lot tougher to steal. You almost want to throw another center guard here. Seconds last. This is just really, really tough to steal in the rings. But let's see. We get to watch, right? It's the fun part about this game. Okay. Let's see if you can make a steal. Frozen on to 2 because they're going to rip the guard. Just straight peel the guard. And now I think you're going to have to... Well, you're going to have to move a couple of rocks. The peel looks good. Just what the doctor ordered. So now the problem is that you can't throw weight at this, and you can't not throw weight at it. So you're just gonna kind of like come down and tap it with like probably backline-ish weight. Tighten up the ice a little bit, try to hit it on the nose. Just jiggle everything around. And you're with 4 rocks to come. You get the Brandwood team getting to throw it really hard with not a lot of consequences. So we're looking at like backline-ish, back ring weight. Freeze is not horrible. Guard's also pretty good. It's like a guard as a result. Gonna rip that. I think they were calling the guard the whole time there, people, and I just missed that. I thought with the ice that she was taking that it was she was throwing it a little bit harder, but she was okay with it crossing the center, so there you go. Straight peel. Then I think you'll see them come into the rings and move some things around. Big shot here. Looks good. Just get a piece. Now I think you'll see them come in with some backline. Well, she's taking the same ice. So I'm gonna guess that we're throwing a guard again. That would be my guess, based on this ice. So just another guard based on this ice. We're still not trying to move anything around yet. One more guard. Lots of rotation. Just get it over. Doesn't even matter. Just get it somewhere on the right. I almost want to not guard all those things. Not sure you want it to go exactly there. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, if you hit this, I think you just peel this out. I don't think you even have to care about hitting those back ones. I think you just peel this out. Like, you're in such good shape right now. Brentwood is in such good shape. There's no need. The danger of trying to, you got to make sure that your shooter goes away. You cannot nose hit this and leave your shooter there because that can be used. But it doesn't really matter if you get rid of the other blue. So just straight peel this rock. But playing it a little tighter than, I think they're trying to move some granite. You just don't want to nose hit this, ladies and gentlemen. Because then you're kind of giving them a guard. But let's see. You certainly make it a lot more precise for them, no matter what you do. Good throw. Should just peel. Perfect. Got a little separation on that second rock, which is actually pretty okay as well. You're gonna have to move 2 rocks and hold your shooter, but you can't. So I think the shot here is to just kind of come down, nose hit this, jiggle out the 2 reds, and hope you have on your last one a draw around your shot. So I think she's just kind of gonna throw this pretty hard, nose hit it. Doesn't really matter what the other rocks do, her blues. Nice little low 5 there as they walked past. I think the key to this shot is to just nose it. Keep your shooter there. Not laying a brim to it. It's pretty close. It's good. Nothing wrong with that. They nose it back. It probably jams. It might jam on that outside one. You're sitting 3 right now. Blue is sitting 3. Inglis is sitting 3. I think you're going to probably want to just double out these, but you're not going to be red. Red is not going to be shot after making this double. Roll over a tiny bit and you might be shot, and it goes underneath that other red. Nose hit is okay too. It really doesn't matter if you jam. Chelsea Brandwood has had the 4-foot in her back pocket all game. That's what should be going through her head right now. I've made the 4-foot every time. If I just get rid of these 2 rocks, they're gonna, and I nose hit it, they're gonna, or even just kind of like roll off a little bit, they're gonna try to draw around me and I can just draw the button and win the game. And that's what it comes down to. Make these rocks go away. Have your shooter roll over just a little bit to the left, to the right, to the left of the overhead, to the right of the... Just hit it on the side of where the brim is. Here it comes. It looks out there. It's got a curl. Oh, it's pretty close. There you go. Good shot. Dead jammed. I think you'll see Inglis draw top 8 foot, and then and then Brandwood gets to draw the 4 foot for the victory. The shot is top 8 foot. Bite the top 4. You bite the top 4 to make it a little. Yeah, it might be. Draw the P of red path, basically. Just put it on the P. Yeah, right there. Maybe just a hair more. Sure. That'll do too. Right about there. You can probably go just a smidge more, but not much. Just bite the P. Just a little biter on the P there, or the O, or the D, I mean, whatever. It can also be on the A. It's always good when you're drawing a logo. Question is, what do you think, what turn do you think Chelsea is going to want to throw? You think she's going to want to throw the in or the out? That's what you ask yourself. And say, can I stop her from throwing the one that I think she wants to throw? If you think she wants to throw the out, then you want to you want to put it on the A, like just biting the A. If you think she wants to throw the in, you want to put it on the D. If you don't care or you don't know, put it on the P. Just bite the P. Again, it's a question of what you think that she wants to throw. What turn do you think like she's visualizing right now? Because Chelsea's standing back there saying, I'm visualizing an out turn draw to the button to win this game. Or she's visualizing an in turn draw to the button to win this game. So whatever you think she's visualizing, if you can stop that, then you're good. It looks like they think she's visualizing this out turn, so they're gonna draw to them just to bite the A and force an in turn draw. All things being equal, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I would do too. I would always force the in turn draw or the out turn draw if possible, only because I think it's a hard shot for me personally. So it must be harder for everyone. It's not a good logic, I get you. Here comes the last rock. Just trying to go top 8. Somewhere in the way. Just bet top 8. Looks like they gotta go. They're pounding it. They're sweeping it hard. There you go. Takes away the out turn draw. It's a decent result. With no hesitation. Chelsea Brandwood throws down the brim on the outside edge of the 8 and says, okay, I can draw the 4 foot. I've done it about a few times this game. Draw the 4 foot for the victory. She also did miss a draw in the 5th. So it's something to keep in mind. Little light. Sweepers did not sweep it until halfway down. Last rock of the game. Unless it's a steal one. Sweepers are not on it. But just for the record, they weren't on the one that came up short before. They are not putting a brush to this. They are not even close. This has a chance. This has a chance of going all the way through. Oh, just a heartbreaking loss. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was a tough loss for Chelsea Brandwood. Had the whole game to herself, just a little heavy. The end there. That on paper, you play that game, I think 10 times. I think the Brandwood team wins it 10 times, but this is wins it 9 times, but this is one of those times where the English team won. So thanks for joining us at the Curling Zone. Be sure to look at curlingzone.com to see upcoming games. And thank you to all the sponsors, especially Curling Stadium, for bringing you this game from the North Bay Granite Curling Club. My name is Matt Hames, and thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you soon. Bye.
How far do you have to travel to have an experience that's truly northern? Not as far as you might think. North Bay, Ontario. Truly northern experiences are closer than you think. Visit tourismnorthbay.com.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Spiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.